sauce. You need sauce. Jet. What number are you wearing? You can wear white, yeah.
I'm the goalkeeper.
Yeah. That's one? Okay. No, I've done it.
I'm number one.
What?
I'm one.
George.
Oh, I'm 10. It's my
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 2025 Futsal New South Wales Winter Futsal League semi-final fixtures. I'm Dean Bully Lockhart, and I'll be your commentator for this evening's two fixtures. Unfortunately, my usual partner in crime, Mark Simo Symington, can't be here this evening as the birth of his second child is very near. Wishing you, Sabrina and Alfie, all the very best for the safe arrival of your soon-to-be baby girl, mate. I really do wish you were here, but you've got other priorities in life, mate, so wishing you all the best with that. All right, the first of the two games this evening sees the undefeated Sydney Allstars taking on fourth place UTS Northside in a Premier League battle. The heavily fancied Sydney Allstars will be relying on their stars to continue with their hot form, with Danny Martinez and Braden McPherson topping the goal scoring sheets this season with 21 goals and 14 respectively. UTS will look to lean on their recent form of 4 wins on the trot to look to upset the undefeated minor premiers Sydney Allstars. UTS, they won their quarter-final in the extra time over the community club side Ridwood Futsal, who finished 5th in the league thanks to a winner from UTS top scorer Mitchell Whaley. So this will be an interesting tie, no doubt. Whilst the Sydney Allstars will aim to keep the invincible season alive after an impressive 9-0 win in their quarter-final, with the Golden Boot winner Danny Martinez bagging 5 goals of his own. So he'll be looking to continue a bit of that form today. As the teams look to get ready, guys, I just want to give a bit of a shout-out to a few of the sponsors that have looked after the Winter Futsal League this season. Some of those sponsors include MITRE, Deploy, Galgates Insurance, Kappa Wholesale Trophies, and Full Throttle Publishing. Without those guys, this competition wouldn't be possible at all. So the teams are just getting ready to walk out soon, and we'll announce the lineup shortly. And the people who will be officiating this game are Peter Laros, Tamim Hosseini, Blake Sanchez, and Alex Zastakovic. And I apologise if I've butchered any of those. And also the fourth referee will be Dion Bradley. For those of you who have just tuned in this first semi-final of two fixtures this evening, we've got the Sydney Allstars taking on UTS Northside. Previously, a very, very, very hot fixture between these two. This should be a great game of futsal. So as our teams make our way out, the Sydney All-Stars lineup will be the two goalkeepers. We've got Noah Felix and Zach Spathis. We've also got Braden McPherson. Marco Filipovic is listed, but I can't see him out there at the moment. We've got Bruno Pavado, Dylan Chow, Jyden Harb, the young fella that joined from South Coast. He is a dynamo to watch. Danny Martinez, having joined the team this year, one of our Quake members. We've got J.D. Guevara and Carlos Barriga. That's the Sydney All-Stars team. And the UTS Northside team has Hugh Brown, Nathan Amore, Mitchell Whaley, Reginald Hall Gibson, Karim Morsi, Omar Morsi, George Lethbridge, and their goalkeeper tonight is Jet Griffiths. I think this will start off at quite a heated little battle here, as both teams will look to try and get the ascendancy early. Amore is running the absolute awesome tash and ponytail deal. Let's hope his game reflects that style, because I'll tell you what, he looks the goods. All right, so we're just about way to get on under kickoff here. If anyone has watched Danny Martinez play before, you know he's only got a left foot, but what a dynamite of a left foot it is. Hence why he has been the golden boot this year. And I don't think it's due to the goals he scored. Look, it is to the goals he scored, but I think it's a service being provided by the young stars that he's got on the team at the moment. So Braden McPherson's been one to watch. He was an absolute star in the last Winter Futsal League. I remember him in the final. It was super impressive. And I think that's been reflected in his performance with getting a call-up to the Futsal Roos in the train-on squad. So congratulations to him, and including this young fella on the sideline that I'm looking at, Jyden Harb. He is a kid on the rise and one to watch most definitely. So we're underway here. As Bruno will look to control the passes in here. Jyden guiding himself down the line. Bruno's just biding his opportunity here. It's always good movement from these guys. Bruno's been a seasoned campaigner of playing futsal, coming across from Drua Warriors, Sydney Allstars. He's certainly one to watch. He's an electric dynamo, full of energy. So we've got a little bit of a chance here. Braden McPherson tried to force the issue down to Danny. They know that they're looking for him down that line there because the service that he provides off that left foot is undoubtedly, I've pretty much based most of my career off passing that, and I know Simo will attest to that as well. Yeah, lovely ball through, cutting out that first line of pass. That's unlucky there. Tried to look for the little back post, leant back on it a little bit, and I think that's what they're going to look for, because I know they're going to try and cut out Danny because they know that he's going to operate on that left-hand side. So first opportunity, we'll see UTS look to break the lines here. And there's a good, nice little press there. As they're looking to go, UTS are moving the ball well here. Both teams just trying to feel themselves out here at the moment. And UTS looking to operate was sitting at a bit of a half-court defence here, whereas Allstars were looking to sort of try and be a little bit higher up the court, try and force that issue. Looking to flatten the lines out here with a bit of 4-0. Be interesting to see when they break through. It's a nice little ball down the line there. They've won themselves a corner here. Let's see what they can do from here. Bruno up the top. He's going to be looking to operate Danny. It's a lovely ball into Danny's feet. Can he get it back again? Oh, that's unlucky. That's a nice little ball. Lovely disguised ball there from Bruno into Danny's feet. Just couldn't sort out. I think he was worried about Jyden Harb coming in through the back for the shot there. It's a lovely ball through the lines from UTS there. Morsey and Hall Gibson linking up here. They're breaking the lines quite well here. Very expansive play playing out through the width. He's got himself in the corner. Unlucky there from Hall Gibson. Got himself into a nice position. Just couldn't find the finish there. Again, UTS will just drop off to the half court. Looking to absorb that pressure. They know if their balls go in through to the top, it's most dangerous. I can hear the coach yelling out here that he wants to try and flatten out the lines, so they want to look for a little bit of depth if they can early. Danny's got himself into a good position. Bruno looks to open up here. Yeah, he's utilising that ball well into the target. Jyden looking to isolate himself at one-on-one if he can. It's another disguised pass in at the target. Can we get a strike on goal? Oh, that's creep over the line. That was a great strike. Lovely strike there from Bruno. He's quite unlucky not to creep that into the top bins there. I'd love to see a replay if that did cross the line. Lovely first-time ball there from Bruno. Unlucky from the UTS, looking to swamp Martinez in at target there. UTS are defending really well at the top of the box. Pavado looking to move the ball. It's a couple of times he's disguised that pass there by looking to get it over to McPherson and disguising that ball into Martinez up at target. So as you can see, the All-Stars are about three-quarter court with their press, trying to win it higher up the court here, and UTS are looking to isolate their target in Hall Gibson. Morsey with a nice little move down the line there. Some good defence from All-Stars. Pavado has won themselves a goalkeeper's throw, and they're looking to press high now. They're going to look for an outlet through Felix. It's a lovely ball into McPherson. Couldn't quite sort his feet out of the sideline there. So both teams quite tentative here. They're obviously the All-Stars having the better of the chances. UTS looking to employ the fifth man tactic there to create a bit more space. It's a lovely move from McPherson. He's just run out of a bit of space there, and that's good coverage from Morsey. Pavado out wide. As the coach screams out for the ball to move a little bit quicker. It's a little bit tentative here with the ball movement. That's a lovely ball inside. Unlucky. Martinez looking for Pavado. McPherson to Pavado. Pavado, great ball across. Unlucky from Martinez. Couldn't quite sort his feet out and leant back on that little one, causing the ball to go over the bar. It's starting to open up a little bit here. Morsey to Morsey. Looking to just use a bit of his movement down the line there. Bit of the paddle feet. See if he can just create some more space. They're really, really spreading the court here at the moment. Operating in a bit of a 2-2. Coming back into a 3-1 position now. UTS have got to look to try and break those lines. It's a little bit tentative at the moment. It's a dangerous ball, a little back in the middle of the court. It's a lovely reverse pass from Martinez. And there's the first goal. There's the first goal from Jyden Harb. Lovely little link-up play there. And a nice little disguised ball from Martinez back on the inside. And All-Stars are 1 to the good at the moment. Lovely in the middle move. And the man that I spoke about, Jyden Harb, earlier with the great little finish. The top goal scorer, Mitch Whaley, is on now for UTS. He scored 9 throughout the season, so they'll be looking to lean on him to try and get a goal back here. So we've had our first sub. Martinez has been off for All-Stars. Ooh. Another little strike. So Dylan Chow's on for the Sydney All-Stars in replace of Martinez. Whilst, like I mentioned, Mitch Whaley has come on for Morsey. It's a lovely little ball down the line there, but good coverage from Jyden Harb. Doing it on both ends at the moment. Karim Morsey with the ball here. He's looking for his target. Paul Gibson's offering himself. Good. They've won themselves a opportunity here higher up the court. Can they look to expose them, get a shot off on goal? Their first one for the evening. They're deploying the fifth man early. It's a tactic they like to use here, so this could be interesting. Can they break it down, and can All-Stars defend their line correctly? They've got to be patient here. They've got to wait for the right opportunity and not force the issue. Good. Opposite ball there. He's looking through that line to try and create that space out wide. Now Mitch needs to get himself up a little bit higher. He's their top goal scorer. They need him to get on the ball so he can get higher up the court and try and get a shot off on goal here. They're being quite patient, which is nice to see. Moving the ball early. Can they get a strike from Morsey? Well defended there from Pavado. So they've got to look to be really be patient. They need to be forcing the issue here early. It's well held up from the goalkeeper, Jet Griffiths. Showing a bit of skill to play higher up the court there. Can they get the ball in early here? Goalkeeper's off his line. Not too worried though. He's only just jogging back at a slow pace. But he's opened up some space here for Jordan Harb. Can he finish? It's a lovely touch inside. And that's a great strike. The young fella with some nice movement there. The danger man who I said at the start of the game, Jordan Harb, causing absolute troubles down this left-hand side here. And he's reaped the benefits through a nice little move inside and a finish back post. The pressure here from Allstars is starting to work out here at the moment. Putting that pressure on really, really high. They're going to get themselves an opportunity here again. Top of the D. So Jordan Harb has come off, and we've got JD De Govera on at the moment. Number 19 for the Allstars. He's operating himself into the target there, looking to try and get himself in front. It's a hard ball to be playing square balls across when Hall Gibson's playing up at that target role there. Starting to get a couple of tired faces there from the UTS Northside, but they need to still keep employing that fifth man tactic. I think just need to be a little bit patient at the moment with those things. As Allstars looking to try and flatten out the lines, Pavado's trying to call out the little 4-0 to try and get this UTS Northside to come up with the lines and try and be 4 in line with them, so that they can look to try and play a ball through and get through the middle of the court just like that. It's a good little disguised ball. Safety pass behind the back of Pavado there. It's unlucky for McPherson. UTS have called their first time out here. The Allstars 2-0 to the good here at the moment and looking good value for their money at the minute. UTS will probably look to just recollect, gather their thoughts, get some patience. I think they need to go back to that fifth man tactic. It seemed to sort of draw them out a little bit there. You can't step away from that, even though they did concede. But I think from the play, it looked good. It's probably been their most sort of dangerous point at the moment. Again, I just want to give a bit of a call out and a shout out to the major sponsors of the Winter Futsal Premier League. That is MIDA, Deploy, Gowgates Insurance, Kappa Wholesale Trophies, and Full Throttle Publishing. So with the timeout nearly at done here, I can see UTS just discussing a few tactics over there. Be interesting to see if they go back to that as the buzzer goes for the timeout to be finished here. McPherson comes off for a bit of a spell, and Martinez will go back on. Here's Marko Filipovic. He's just, as I did mention that he was in the lineup, he's slightly late, but no doubt he'll inject some energy here, which will cause even some more trouble for the UTS Northside. The UTS look to slow it down. That's not a bad ball over the top there. Can he get a touch? Unlucky there from Hall Gibson. As they deployed the long throw, Martinez has brought that down well there to get himself out of, get the team out of trouble there. Pavado just dictating from the back here. Ball movement from Allstars has been quite good, although a bit static at times. Martinez asking for the foul there. It was a bit of heavy contact. One-on-one. Can he get him isolated? Lovely little feet. Can he get a strike? Not bad there from De Govera. It's a lovely little ball down the line for Martinez. Martinez holding up the ball really, really well there. He's got two defenders around him. He still managed to nearly get a pass out there. Certainly attracting a little bit of that interest down on that side. And they still haven't quite worked it out. Now Allstars deploying their fifth man tactic early on. I think it's nice just to relieve a little bit of pressure here and sort of dictate the pace that they want to play at. It's a tough first time ball, and Jordan Harb's come on for Danny Chow there. Danny Chow had a nice little stint there. Mitch with a little bit of explosive movement coming through. And Mitch Whaley, he's unlucky to get through there. A couple of people getting tangled up. So they look to try and sort out their feet. And Whaley coming from the pitch. Needs to inject himself back in there, and they need to get their top goal scorer back on soon, I think. Oh, that's a dangerous ball across the pitch. It's how they conceded earlier. But can they counter from here? Morsey looking to... It's well read there from Jyden Harb. It's a lovely ball through. Can he get his hat-trick? It's a lovely roll. Unfortunately, the hand from Jet Griffiths was lovely there as he managed to extend himself out and not cause any more pain to his team. Martinez just looks to settle it here. Pavado just dictating at the back. Really, really slowing it down onto their terms here. Martinez with that signature little dummy jink and run. Wasn't picked out this time from Pavado, but keep your eyes on that as the defender looked at sixes and sevens where he was there. UTS is certainly missing their, I will say it as a bad pun, their linchpin, Grant Lynch. I know he's got heavy outdoor commitments with Blacktown City, so it's kind of hard for him to get here, but you can tell that he is missing from this squad. He's been an integral part of UTS for a long time, Grant Lynch, and yeah, he's a big loss for the team tonight. It's a lovely touch there from Hall Gibson. Can they look to exploit it here? Some good defensive tactics again. Can he go for the hat-trick? And it's well saved. Oh, and Martinez with the follow-up. Unlucky on the right boot. Had it have been on his left, might have been a different story, but that right peg, not his favoured side, shall we say. It's a lovely ball. The passes just haven't been sticking for the moment for UTS. They've got to look to try and get a little bit better with their pass percentage. It's letting them down at the moment. Again, with Pavado just dictating from the back and letting the other guys move the ball a bit quicker around up in the top third. As the All-Stars look to employ another 2 substitutions here. Harb showing it on both ends here with a bit of defensive mongrel about him, but Paul Gibson's having a great game for UTS up at that target position and certainly worked his way back there with stopping a bit of a counter-attack. McPherson comes back on here. Substitute for Di Govela. McPherson back on here. It's unlucky. They're certainly looking for to play down that side there. It's a nice little early ball for the one-on-one. Can McPherson get a strike here? It's well defended from Karim Morsi. Martinez with another good stint. He's unlucky to not get one there. He should have buried that with his right foot. He'll be disappointed with himself. As we see Marko Filipovic for the first time enter the fray. Watch out for his silky skills. Oh, that's a lovely flick down the line and great defensive duties there from Whaley. As he's looked to exploit down the line there, but that's some great cover defence from Pavado. UTS just looking to build up here. It's pressure from the All-Stars is certainly paying dividends at the moment as UTS can't necessarily break them down, but that's a nice one too, as just as I say that. It's quite unlucky didn't get to go through there. It's a little bit better movement there from UTS. McPherson one-on-one. Pavado. Filipovic. It's a great little ball. It's a good touch inside and lovely finish. That is a lovely, lovely finish. Now, I think Pavado was hoping that gone through to him, but that's a great touch that sort of flicked itself up for McPherson, and he's driven it home with a fierce volley. And now All-Stars are 3 to the good, and they're looking to run away with this here. UTS need to pick their heads up at the moment. It's never over in futsal, as most people would know. You can score goals in real quick time here. Just got to see a bit more of that fighting spirit, as they've sort of pushed up a little bit higher up the court here, UTS Northside. Lovely trying ball to get into their target there, and I think they need to back there a little bit of ability to shield and defend and to keep the ball there. It's nice work from Morsey down on that sideline, trying to attract the defender and look for their target. They just had a couple of stray passes, not really hitting feet, so they've just got to get a little bit crispier in that, and I think they'll start to see some fruits of their labour come to fruition here. Paul Gibson's been busy, but he hasn't given himself... I wouldn't be happy with that call either, but you don't want to argue with the refs. Lovely feet from Filipovic. Oh, unlucky there. We've got a bit of a counter-attack. They've got the numbers. Can they get a strike on goal here? It's a great strike from Paul Gibson. Unlucky there. As they look to break in numbers, that's what they need here. I think a little bit of broken open play to really get them going. Chow looks to bring it up the pitch. Again, it's a very slow play here. Just really slowing it down, and as they break over into the final third, they look to explode. So I like the tactic from Allstars, but I think UTS might need to push up a little bit if they're going to get themselves back into the game here. Morsey into Whaley. Can he get isolated one-on-one? This is better movement here from UTS, being a bit more patient with the ball. That's what they need to do. They need to isolate one-on-one and try and utilise that. That's a lovely little move there. They've got themselves a bit more space higher up the pitch. Oh, no, it's an unfortunate touch there, and McPherson's done well to win the foul there. Yeah, Morsey's disappointed himself. He knew it was a bad touch, and he had to force the foul, otherwise it was a counter-attack the other way, so he's done well there. Oh, it's not where you want to be taking players on. Again, we've got a counter-attack going back the other way now. Oh, someone's got to go to the ball. The 3-on-2 advantage, and that's another goal for McPherson. 3-on-2 advantage worked well there for the All-Stars, as you can see. Chow and Filipovic pulling out wide, and the defenders from UTS Northside not sure where to go there in that time. And whatever you do, you don't let someone strike from the top of the D against your goalkeeper. All-Stars fall to the good, and they are certainly running away with this here. Can we see some fight back here? It's a lovely touch inside. Morsey's gone down here. Not sure if it's a calf. It did not look good. Hope he's all right. Let's just have a little bit of a short interim whilst Morsey gets back to his feet here. Again, that was lovely play from McPherson, and more so from the runners there from All-Stars. They were the ones that created that decoy, allowing McPherson to carry it through the middle, and with a vicious toe pash, he's put that into the back of the net for 4-0. Paul Gibson will come on. I think he just had a bit of a quick 30-second spell there, so he's back on. It's a bit of a loss there for Morsey. I hope he's okay and he hasn't done anything serious there. Bit of good sportsmanship there from UTS. Felix in goals, barking some orders, trying to get them, making sure that the boys don't drop here. He hasn't had much to do. I think he needs to be a little bit tested there, and hopefully the UTS can test it. You can see a bit more of a contest, because at the moment it's very, very one-sided. As the Allstars just stroke it around nicely. It's a lovely ball out wide with the isolation. Good ball into striker. Oh, Martinez has sorted his feet out, used his body. Not sure how. He doesn't have much of an upper body, although he has been hitting the gym. I'll give him that. Sorry, Mr. Martinez. It's a lovely roll of the body there. We have seen that for many years to come. Many years prior, I should say, not to come. I don't know if he has many more in him, but he's rolled it in, and McPherson's got his hat-trick. 5 goals to the good here. Can we see any certain fight back from the UTS? It's a lovely touch from Whaley as he looks to flick it around the corner. They just can't penetrate this defence of the All-Stars. They are looking dangerous every time when they are in attack, and their defensive has been strong as well. Trying to force the issue here, which they're going to have to do if they want to come back. I certainly think they still need to go to that 5th-man tactic, and hopefully we might see it come out in the second half. It's a lovely touch from inside from Whaley. It's well read. Can McPherson be punished here? Digolvera inside. Trying to be a bit too cute there. Hard being dictating at the back here as Pavado's off at the moment, so he's just looking to stroke the ball around nicely. They're looking for that strike. They're looking for that target in Martinez, who's causing all sorts of problems for that defender at the back there. They're having to watch him as he gets himself into good positions to roll off for his teammates. McPherson's got a lovely ball down the line for Digolvera. And if I butchered his surname, I apologise. It's definitely something to do with who's written it down here for me, I swear. As UTS has flicked it out there. So going through three substitutions here with Pavado, Filipovic and Chow coming on. Or Chow about to come on, but Filipovic and Pavado on at the moment. Well, Pavado again will look to just dictate the pace at the back here. Filipovic with a wayward strike. As it is at the moment, All-Stars have got themselves 1 foot into the grand final at the moment. Whaley looks to slow it down, try and draw the team in here. It's a lovely touch. Oh, he's unlucky there to not... Again, the defence from All-Stars has been quite good today. It's a loose pass there. Can we get a bit of a counter-attack? Oh, and unfortunately we've got a counter-attack going back the other way now. The top goal scorer, Martinez, hasn't found the back of the net tonight. He rattles the post there. He did take it with his left foot, so he did want to take it with his right after his miss earlier in the game. He's just struck the post with that one there. He's looking dangerous, though, every time. The three-quarter court defence from All-Stars is really causing all kinds of trouble from UTS as they can't seem to get out here at the moment. They're going to have to look long. They're going to have to change up their tactics a little bit here. It's just not working at the moment for them. As Pavado just calms the situation, looks for Felix at the back. It's a lovely ball with Pavado in a little bit of space. That was well defended there from the UTS Northside. Amore just cutting out his options there. It's a lovely ball. Lovely ball into the target. Flick off. And the finish from Bruno. Not the first time. It was a great save from Griffiths initially. But he was able to follow up off the crossbar and just tap it in there for goal number 6. And Bruno's first of the game. Bruno Vibado. $6-0, and I'm not sure I can see much way back at the moment here for UTS. I don't even think they have a strike on goal. But as I speak, Morsey with a strike, and it's a great save from Felix. He hadn't had much to do up until that point, and he's certainly made sure that he kept the clean sheet intact at the moment. Great save from his feet there. Harb looks to isolate here. Same as Filipovic. It's a great little touch inside. Ken Pavado sorted his feet. Not in this instance. Whaley with the speed there. It's a lovely little inside. Just couldn't find it with the follow-up as Filipovic looks to use his silky feet. Again, it always looks dangerous when you've got the anchor like Pavado sitting at the back and a left footer and a right footer on both sides of the flanks and a target that can hit the ball. It's a dangerous recipe. So look to employ the fifth man tactic here just to sort of just keep the ball. You've got instances where you use it for an attack or you can just use it to just keep possession, slow the play down a little bit. We've got a strike on goal from a loose pass. It's a very wayward pass that's gone unpunished there. Good ball into strike. They've found the target numerous times. They've got a bit of a counter-attack. Ken Hall Gibson sorted his feet out. Not this time. That's what they need to do. They need to move the ball quick here. Try and get it from one side to the other. So he's found himself a little bit of space, but great cover defence here from the All-Stars. Just been informed there's 1 minute left on the clock here. Can UTS pinch one before the break and give themselves a bit of a glimmer of hope here? Oh, Whaley's nutmeg Martinez there. Martinez will not be happy about that. Hall Gibson he's unlucky there to not get himself in a better position as they look to advance here and try and pinch another one just before the half. Bit end-to-end here as it's gone a bit crazy at the moment. Oh, it was called. That's unlucky that wasn't called a foul there. It's getting a little bit heated here. I think UTS have every right to feel aggrieved there. I thought there was a little bit of a foul earlier, and it's gone the opposite way here. As things get a little bit heated just before the end of the half, maybe it's the fire in the belly that the UTS team need. Oh, Martinez tried to get himself into a bit of space there. Martinez has gone down a little bit harder. Maybe he's okay here. UTS have done the right thing to knock the ball out there. Martinez has got up a little bit gingerly, but he seems to be okay here. He'll get checked at the half-time. As we break for the half there, an absolute dominant half of futsal from the Sydney All-Stars. Martinez having a few exchanged words there. Not happy with something that was said, but there's no need for it at the moment. They're 6-0, cruising. As we go into the halftime break, again, 6-0 to the Sydney All-Stars, and they are looking like the team that will progress into the final here. UTS are going to have to employ a couple of different tactics, I think, if they get back into this game. They tried the fifth man earlier, and it might be something they need to try again. But thank you all for tuning in at the moment. We'll have a short break, and we'll be back with you after the half-time.
nice pleasure. Hey, that's a fun thing saying. I trust public.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you are just tuning in, or if you've just joined us, Sydney Allstars are currently 6-0 against UTS Northside, and they have been absolute value for money this evening. That's hence why they are the undefeated team at the moment. They've just been playing some incredible futsal, scoring some incredible goals, and UTS has just had no answer at the moment. Hopefully this half will be a little bit different. They've had a bit of a team chat, a bit of a regroup, and let's hope they can come out with a little bit more force going forward, shall we say. They just haven't had many strikes on goal, and it's starting to really, really let them down here. But it looks like they're going to employ the fifth-man tactic, which is good. I think that worked all right for them in the first half. They've just got to be patient with the ball, move it around, try and claw their way back into the game and make a bit of a contest of it here. They're going to have to force it this half, and if they can, sneak a couple of goals back. It might put a bit of pressure on the All-Stars. Morsey with the ball out wide. He's cut in. It's good. I can see that there's a little bit more vigour here in this second half, and it's good to see. Oh, Whaley with the unfortunate touch here, as the goalkeeper's going to have to do the long leg skip back into the into goals. Martinez with the early sub for Harb. Starting lineups for the second half. We've got Felix in goals. We've got McPherson, Pavado, Harb, and Digovea for All-Stars starting on. And for the north side, we've got Morsey, Whaley, Amore, and Hall Gibson, who's he's been quite dangerous in this half, hasn't he? He's got a couple of strikes on goal. He's been looking like he's getting himself into some good positions. And, of course, we've got Jet Griffiths in goals. Couldn't forget about him. Oh, nearly a lovely ball there from Harb. As they look to break here, 3-on-2. Can they get a strike on goal? It's lovely defence from Harb. I did make note of him before the game. He had a year at South Coast where he collected a host of awards. He is a very, very dangerous futsal player. And if I'm led to believe, he's been called up to the Futsal Rouge train-on squad, and very well deserved. He's a talent. He's got himself on the score sheet twice tonight. And he's just been looking dangerous this whole game. UTS have slowed it down here, waiting for a little bit of movement. Whaley's got himself the top scorer for UTS. Got himself into a good position there. Looking a little bit more dangerous. So they've got a corner here. Not many they've had in the game, so they'll look to try and take full advantage of it here. So still have the goalkeeper up. Griffiths sort of lurking out the back here at the moment. So they spread it out back deep and look there. They're going to look to try and stretch the All-Stars team here, as they're sitting quite deep, but they're very well structured in defence. So just look to slow it down. They've got to be very, very patient. It's a long game here. Stop clock. Be patient with their movement. Morsey out wide to the goalkeeper. He's got decent feet, Griffiths. I don't say that about many goalkeepers. It's lovely little players. They look to expose them there. They've got to kind of uneven numbers. They've got to utilise it well here. Oh, they've got to sort their feet. Unlucky there from Hall Gibson. A lot more positivity I've seen here from the UTS Northside, which is great to see. It's a lovely, lovely cushion header back there from Whaley. I think they've got to stick with that fifth-man tactic if they're to get into the game here. Dangerous place to be taking on players at the back. It's a lovely ball into feet. It's a great ball there from Griffiths. And well read there from Felix. I think Hall Gibson could have brought that down there. He's unlucky as he tried to chest it across for the nice easy tap in, but just wasn't quite enough there. Pavado looks to bring it up here. Lovely feet from McPherson. It's looked dangerous this half. Looked dangerous. Oh, it's a lovely bit of feet there. Wow. Just as we made mention about Harb, He goes out, rolls the ball down the line, cheeky little nutmegs, and toe bash into the far corner. 7-0, and the UTS heads have dropped here. I thought they'd started off quite well there. But that is some unbelievable feat from Harb. Oh, it's a straight touch there from Morsey. And as they All-Stars look to punish here with Marko Filipovic, quick feet. He's done well to retain the ball there. It's lovely feet to get out of that position. As Harb looks to isolate himself. Same as Filipovic here. Utilising that ball well. Slowing the play down. Got into the isolator, the one-on-one. Looks very elusive, that Harb. He's got nice feet. Very calm tempo. So Pavado moves the ball well. Looking for the opportunity here. They're trying to flatten the lines out again, as I said. 4-0. Really trying to expose it. It's a lovely ball out the back to McPherson. It's well defended there from Amor. As the tempo looks to just sort of pick up a little bit again here from All-Stars. So they're sliding the ball side to side. Really stretching this UTS Northside. Unnecessary force ball, but Harb's got himself into a position and just struck it past the post. As Morsey subs himself off here. He's unlucky there. Some frustrated members of the team on the UTS coming off at the moment. So can't look to get themselves into the game at the moment. As Harb looks to create himself some space. As he's unlucky just to strike past the post there with his left foot. So we've just had a sub with McPherson coming off and Martinez entering the fray again. As All-Stars will probably look to change their tactic from their 4-0 back into their traditional 3-1 with Martinez up at the target position. Now again, UTS, they've gone into a bit of a 4-0 here, trying to flatten the lines out. It's a very... As the two coming together there from Harb and Whaley. It's a lovely little flick inside from Filipovic as Pavado looks to break. He's really just dictating the play here, isn't he? Everything's going through him. He's really looking to slow it down and can just break at the burst of action. Again, change from the 4-0 into their deeper tactic here. But that's a stray ball from Harb. Probably the first one of the evening as Amor looks to break. Can he get a strike on goal? Not past Pavado. He is very quick across the ground, Pavado. And he made up some good ground there to stop the attack from UTS. Oh, it's a lovely run in there from behind from Morsey. Is it quite unlucky there, but I think Griffith's been enforced on by his coach to get up higher up the pitch here, and rightly do so. I think they need to go for it. They need to go hell for leather here. If they can. All-Stars very well structured in the defence of how they want to play. They just need to expose it. The ball needs to move quick. They need to get that ball moving quick. And they're good. They're stretching them here a little bit better. Again, they just slow it down, try to get themselves in that better position. Once they get it wide, this is where they need to look. They need to look up into their targets up the top. Get in behind that defensive line. That's where they're going to have a little bit more success. As Hall Gibson looks to pick up the tempo here. It's a lovely little touch there. Trying to move the ball. Trying to get it going quick, which is good to see. Moving All-Stars side to side. Whaley's got a good turn of foot, so he's looking to try and isolate someone one-on-one. And can we get the ball down into a corner here and look for a strike on goal? Oh, that's not the ball, and can be punished here. Just wide there from Harb as he looked to expose the fifth man tactic. As Griffiths will just slowly trot back due to stop clock. Can they get on the score sheet here and really try and put a little bit more pressure back on the All-Stars? Because at the moment they are currently just cruising, not being tested that much here. The ball thrown into the net by the goalkeeper, which automatically enforces a side ball for the opposition team. So look to slow it down and try and stretch him out here. They've gone into the 4-0. That's a lovely little slip ball inside. It's managed to make his way through to Bavado. If they go back in and reset the button here, Martinez will look to move into the target role. It's a lovely little block run there from Bavado. Marco hasn't taken advantage of that. Hard there, look to cleaning up the position. Wow, I think the referee's missed one there. Certainly looked to come off someone there, but that's okay. Referees don't always get it right. It's lovely feet from Morsey. Can they get into a position there? Oh, they are very unlucky, not at the back post. Well broken there with a 3-on-2. Just couldn't make it work there. They were quite unlucky with the back post ball. I think Hall Gibson was hoping for something on the deck there, just so he could slide that one into the back of the net. I see that the All-Stars have made a change in goals. I believe Zach Spathis is in goals now, as Noah's come to the bench. Noah Felix, that is. As McPherson has come on, it's a lovely touch there from Harb to lose his defender and get on the outside. Nice reverse pass. Digovea. Oh, Whaley's thrown a little bit of a dummy there. She's taking a push in the back there. Well, it's another one that's been missed by the referees. I think he's took a little bit of a nudge in the back, but not to be called. So they're employing the tactic now with Morsey coming on as the fifth man rather than the goalkeeper. And Hall Gibson has rolled inside, giving themselves a little bit of space here. Now they can reset and really, really play their fifth man tactic. So those unfamiliar with this who are maybe tuning in and seeing why they got a goalkeeper that's playing on the pitch, they're employing the fifth man tactic where you can sort of pull your goalkeeper from the goals, leave your goal exposed, and allow with 5 players higher up the pitch. I think they need to keep going to that tactic, and I'm glad they called it early here. This could make for a bit more of an interesting go here. It's a lovely ball down the line. Unfortunately, it wasn't red. All-Stars coach shouting at the team to stay up high up the pitch there, to not allow the easy ball out. Few words exchanged there between Harb and Amor. Don't know if he was making comment about his moustache, hair, who knows, but something got under his skin. It's a lovely reverse pass. All-Stars really, really in control here. It's a lovely little pass in there. All-Stars being forced to go up higher up the pitch here as they look for the ball, and they've left exposed the only man that you don't want to. Someone higher up the pitch. They've won themselves a bit of possession higher up here, which is good. This is what they need to be. The ball will look to slide here. They want to try and move it quick. They need to get this defensive structure out here from the All-Stars. They've been very, very disciplined, not trying to get out of the line too much. The ball has got to move quick. You want to try and catch someone out, moving higher up, expose the uneven numbers here. Morsey needs to move himself off to one side. This could be dangerous. It's a good press. Oh, he's tackled him to the ground, but there is an advantage. And a cheeky little flick on goal from Digovea. And the goal has now turned that into 8-0. I think they've gifted that goal to Filipovic, if I'm right. That was certainly Digovea who scored that goal here. Don't want to be robbed with that one. We'll go to the adjudicators after the game. UTS will they're going to go down swinging here. Keep that point in that fifth man tactic. They're going to reap any benefits from this. It's better movement. The ball's starting to move a lot quicker. They're looking to expose that line, but they're not getting anyone to come through that line. Oh, they could be exposed here. It's a lovely recovering challenge from Hall Gibson there. Martinez has come back on here as they look to get a bit of a reprieve and try and hit his feet and get a roll off. It's been a tactic they've employed quite well this evening, Allstars. Oh, it's a loose pass there. It's pounced upon, unlucky. As McPherson takes control of that there. Oh, they got a counter-attack. Loose pass from Filipovic. Can it be pounced upon and can it be punished? It's a great covering tackle there from Digovea. It's a lovely ball out wide. This is where they've got to look to try and face forward and look to expose them a little bit. Everything's a little bit negative with their touches at the moment. It's good defending there from Filipovic. Just tried to go for another Megs on Martinez. Whaley's looked for that a couple of times. That touch has got to be forward. They've got to look forward. Slowly moving them around here. It's a nice ball into the pocket. The ball has come across. Oh, unlucky there from Amor. Could he have taken that first time? Again, the All-Stars have defended that quite well. And they get themselves out of pressure at the moment. A little bit better there from UTS. It might just be a frustration tackle. Understandably so, given the scoreline at the moment. So they've just really slowed the tempo down here. Lovely feet there from Digovea. That's a great strike on goal. Lovely little feet to beat his defender there and got the strike on goal. Martinez will be won't be happy as he was open in the middle there. As I say, UTS handing in the timeout card. Just trying to regroup here. So there's a couple of weary faces at the moment. So we'll just go to a short timeout. Again, just want to give a shout out to the sponsors of the Winter Futsal Premier League. MITRE, Deploy, Galgates Insurance, Kappa, Wholesale Trophies, and Full Throttle Publishing. We'll be back after a short little break. Sydney All-Stars 8, UTS 0. So just after the timeout here, they've changed the fifth man. So Moore's going to look like to come in as the fifth man there. Morsey's going to get back on the pitch and look to try and change the way of the game here at the moment. So with 8 minutes to go, and the All-Stars in cruise control with 8, that's a lovely ball across goal. He's done well to get that from there, but I don't think Morsey anticipated that one to come across. Allstars in full control without too much pressure coming from UTS. They're going to have to look to try and creep up if they want to get back in this game. Don't think they're putting up the white flag just yet. They, oh, it's lovely feet there from Digovea. Oh, he's done well there to get it out of his feet. Morsey looking to isolate. And a bit of a tough challenge there coming in from Digovea. Not really necessary given the scoreline at the moment, but a couple of frustrated UTS players, and rightly so. So they're giving themselves a little bit of an advantage here, a bit higher up the pitch. We've got the flying fifth man with the pony. They need to utilise him. They need to utilise the speed of the ball here. If they can get it moving quick, it's hard taking that touch. You take that touch, sort of cuts your passing lane out, because with the All-Stars defence, they're quite well drilled. It's a lovely roll there. It's well read. It's unfortunate. I do like the tactic of the guy coming into the middle, though. That's where they might get a bit of luck. So UTS looking to break now. Oh, Martinez staying up for the press. He's done well. Whaley's done well to sort of slow it down there as well. And Griffiths with the... Oh, he can't get over. Hype's brought it down well. Very dubious. Looked like he sort of caught that, but can they punish them here? Marko with the lovely feet. Marko Filipovic with the lovely feet there. Unfortunately, couldn't get the ball back across for an easy tap-in. The All-Stars are wanting to keep this clean sheet here. They are insistent on not letting that ball come out with the press. They're really asserting their dominance here. It's a lovely ball up to the target. Unfortunately, Omar Morsey couldn't bring that one down to reprieve a bit of pressure. It's well read from Whaley. Oh, he's felt that one there. A little bit of volley sticking his foot up. He's come back. Morsey's come back a little bit ginger there from that challenge. Lovely feet. Unlucky from Filipovic, who's waiting for a call that didn't come. Now they've got an opportunity back the other way, and it's a bit of a loose pass there from Harb. He hasn't made many of those tonight, as he's got himself on the score sheet for a hat-trick. Same as McPherson. McPherson going for the fourth, but he's unselfish play. Squared it to Martinez, and Martinez has got himself another goal on the sheet. He's thrown out a couple of hand signals to the loved ones back at home. Hopefully there'll be a bit of grilling from a few of his mates there. But the Golden Boot winner from the season has got himself on the tally. He needed one from this game. Wants to get himself a bit of momentum going into the final, as it looks like they pretty much have secured that. I don't see UTS coming back from this one. They are 9-0 at the moment. Harb looking to really get himself further into this game with another goal, but well read there from Filipovic. Counter-attack back the other way. Martinez waiting for the right pass. Squaring it. They're trying to walk it in here. Been a little bit too cute. They could have been punished there. I think they could have been a little bit more ruthless. And could they get one back the other way? Can UTS... I think they deserve a goal for a little bit of their pressure in this second half. And it's gone a little bit to the wayside here. A little bit of tricks and flicks. A little bit of the flares tried to come out. Oh, Pavado with a lovely ball inside. Martinez just tugged back there, but Whaley could be away here. The top goal scorer, can he get himself... Oh, he's tried to square it. I was going to say, just as I got cut out there, is Whaley was... I thought he was going to go the top goal scorer from Northside for the season. I thought he was going to get himself on the score sheet and make it look a little bit more respectable. But I think the All-Stars will want to keep a clean sheet here. Certainly on their way to doing so. Only a couple of minutes left in this game. Moore's going to get himself into a bit of space here. Can they look to expose him there as Filipovic is cheating higher up the pitch at the moment? He want to get himself behind the ball. They will get exposed. It's great defensive duties there from Harb. He's been dynamic on both ends this evening. Oh, it's unlucky there from Hall Gibson. He's had a good game. He's been quite unlucky here this evening. He's sort of thrown himself about, put himself out as a big target up top. Bit dubious about his, bit questionable about his jersey choice number, but he certainly covered himself quite well out here this evening on a side that's currently losing at the moment. All-Stars will look to just play this out here. Try and move the ball side to side. They want to make sure they're all fine-tuned. It's a lovely step over there. Well read from Pavado. Harb just looks to cool things down a little bit. Trying to force the issue there. I think it's don't want to give away too many straight passes. They want to make sure they get them good momentum going in. I know they are 9 to the good, but they want to keep going on what's working at the moment for them. As Morsey looks to get himself into some space. It's unlucky there. I think UTS will be a bit disappointed with their performance this evening. But it's hard. They've got a limited bench. The guys have played some big minutes out there with a stop clock. All-Stars with their deep bench and their high rotation policy that they've been having has certainly worked wonders here. As they've just looked at they've scored good goals. They've really grinded UTS down after a bit of a slow start. You can tell that the team has really excelled in their finishing when it's come to it. It's a loose pass, not one you want to be going across the top of the pitch. Can it be punished? Unlucky for Marko Filipovic. Jordan's trying to juggle it in. Bit of Joga Benito. Can he volley? Oh, that's unlucky there as he's a couple of little cheeky deflections. Nearly crept in another one. Harb could have had himself another one at the back post there. I think the deflection just took it away from him. Oh, he's put a bit of height on it. Filipovic there could have volleyed it and gone for the glory. It's a very strong challenge. I think Digovea was going to go for the cheeky nutmegs there. A little bit of fiery aggression coming here from both teams towards the end there. Would have been unnecessary, given the scoreline it is at the moment. As Morsey looks to sort of bring the ball up. For UTS, it's been a bit of their Achilles this evening. They just haven't been able to find the right passes. They haven't been sticking the short passes. Timing has been a little bit off, and it's led to a few too many errors. Counter-attacks going back the opposite ways. Martinez looks to hold it up well there. Oh, he hasn't quite got his feet sorted there. Can they get a counter the other way? Some fast feet from there from Morsey. He's unlucky there. Got pinned into a corner and tried to get himself out and ran out of room. So the minute left on the clock here. Sydney All-Stars all but confirmed their position in next week's grand final. The dominant team all year, as I made mention, they've been undefeated for a reason. So look to just sweep the ball around, run the clock down. Will they go for a 10th? Try and get into the double digits. Pavado has other ideas. I think he's just happy to keep the ball here. Really, he's been very controlled this game, Pavado. McPherson, a little bit of pressure there from Morsey. Just watching the clock dwindle down here. Been a bit disappointing for the neutrals watching this game. I was hoping for a bit more of a spectacle. Although people watching, there's been some lovely goals scored from the All-Stars. There's no denying that. But in the way of a competitive match, it's certainly been one-sided here as Danny Martinez intercepts. Look to try and put a bit of gloss on it. Unfortunately, Martinez can't sort his feet out, and as he looks to the heavens. As we look towards the next game of the semi-finals, we'll see Mountain Magic come up against the community side, Mosaic Metros. And that's it, folks, for the first semi-final. Over a result of 9-0 going to the All-Stars. They were quite dominant from start to finish, scored some really, really good goals. The goal scorers again, Braden McPherson getting a hat-trick. Also, Jyden Harb getting a hat-trick as well. 1 goal to Pavado, 1 goal to Martinez, and 1 goal to Digovea. Although, I believe the refs might have listed it down for Filipovic, so he'll be happy about that. But the All-Stars can certainly march forward there and into the grand final next week with a lot of confidence. Great result there for the All-Stars. They'll be happy. So, as I said, just making mention, moving into the next game, we'll be kicking off. Look to be kicking off around 8 o'clock. And that game will see the second-placed Premier League team, Mountain Magic, taking on the community club, Mosaic Metros, which will be an interesting game. Mosaic Metros finished 3rd during the regular season, and certainly will be an interesting tie as they've done really, really well to get themselves into the position that they have, being a community-based team against these more fancy Premier League teams. So we'll have a short break, and we'll come back to you with that game. Thanks again for tuning in. And if you are just having a look, the result sees the Sydney All-Stars 9, UTS Northside 0.